Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, where I have an undead problem that I stumbled across that needs to be dealt with, hopefully without too much problem. I'm not sure how much problem it's going to cause me, but I can't just leave them there. That seems really unsafe. So what else can I do? What else can I do? There is nothing else that I can do. I must take care of this problem, which is right up here. There are, well, it's hard to see from where I am because I want to make sure that I was far enough back that they wouldn't notice me. But just up this path, there's a bunch of undead. I might be facing the wrong way. No, wait, there they are. And, let's just... Yeah, hi, Asterion.
The element of surprise.
Just up here... there we go. There are these two death shepherds wandering around who have an extra 20 hit points, which I believe are coming from these ghouls. So the idea would be to try and take these ghouls out as quickly as possible in order to weaken the shepherds. Yes? I think that's the way to do it. But yeah, I can't just leave these undead just wandering around like that. Let's see if I can actually manage to get a hold of one of them. There we go. Death Shepherd. So, Necrotic Veil. A deadly miasma grants the affected entity 20 temporary hit points. While the affected entity has temporary hit points, it is resistant to all damage except radiant damage and cannot be turned. Great. And Undead Ward Aura. Allied undead within 9 meters are resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. Oh, so it's actually going the other way around. I had it backwards. Oh, thank goodness I checked. So it's the Necrotic Veil that's causing the problem. So, all undead are resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. Resistant to all damage except radiant. Oh boy, this is gonna be... Shadowheart, you are gonna have to work so hard, girl. Silent. Creature can't speak or cast spells that have a verbal component. Well, that's handy-ish. Oh man. We've got to get those 20 hit points off as quickly as possible. Okay, Asterion, if you would return to the relative safety of the shadows over here. Good man. And we're just gonna take a moment to peruse over here on Shadowheart. Let's see. Shield of Faith obviously isn't going to do damage. We have Guiding Bolt, which does radiant damage. Resistance, Guidance, Blessings of the Trickster. Well, Sacred Flame, thankfully cantrip. Could take a while to blow 20 hit points off, 40 hit points off of something if you just use Sacred Flame. But also, I'm wondering, didn't I have spiritual weapon? Bless, invoke duplicity, pass without a trace, turn undead, mass healing word, mirror image. Yes, here we are. Spiritual. Oh, that does force damage. Which is not one of the things they're resistant to. Oh, but wait. Radiant is the only thing that will do damage to them until then. Okay, so we've got the cantrip for the guiding bolt. Oh, sorry, we've got the spell, the guiding bolt. And we've got the cantrip of the sacred flame. And I think that's all she has that does radiant damage. Unless she calls up her spirit guardians. How do you get to choose? Do you get to choose whether they do radiant or necrotic damage? Like, I believe that she would do radiant. Where would one look to find out what alignment your character is? Let's see. I don't know. I know that the radiant or necrotic is decided by your alignment, I think? Question mark? But I don't know. Like, if it were exactly like the book, I could just look it up. I have the book, but it's not like the book. Focus stride. Cast a spell that requires concentration. You gain momentum for one turn. Oh, nice. Okay. A mantine weapon hits an object that is always crit. Does this do radiant damage? No, it does acid damage. This weapon ignores bludgeoning resistance, however. Okay, well, Shadowheart is going to be working very, very hard in this fight, and it's the rest of everybody else's job to back her up. Because I don't think anybody else can do radiant damage. So, like I can double check. Let's see. Obviously that's not going to do. That's psychic damage. That doesn't actually do damage. That's thunder damage. That's more psychic damage. That's something else entirely. That's fire damage. That's lightning. That's slashing. And that's something else entirely. Okay. And you, hi. Thunder, not damage. Piercing and cold. Something else entirely and something else entirely. Uh-huh. Okay, necrotic damage. Something else entirely. Necrotic damage. More necrotic. I'm noticing a trend in what I've given to him. It's all necrotic and fire. Uh... Awesome against other opponents. Not so awesome against these opponents. Okay. Very, very important. We gotta keep Shadowheart upright. We've got to keep her strong. Yeah, that's more force damage. Okay, so the main guys are resistant to everything but radiant. And the little guys are going to be resistant to all the physical forms of this is going to be interesting. Oh man, how to start this combat now that I have in possession of this. What I was planning on doing was dragging them into this bottleneck and then blowing down the little guys to take away those hit points. But those hit points aren't actually from the little guys. Yeah, you know what? Everybody should hang out here. Except... Where can I tuck Shadowheart? I'm gonna tuck her up against this tree here. And Asterion is going to take a slightly more forward position. I wish that there was a way to come around the other side of them, but... Ah! But I'm not... I don't think I can get over there. So I can't really come around at them. Oh lord, I've gotten so hung up. Okay. Thank you, home key. You have saved me again. Okay, it is really not very well hidden. But here, just crouch against this cart in broad daylight. The worst thing is we're going to be literally shooting uphill at them.
Eyes open, mouth shut.
Agreed, Will. I want you here. And I'm going to keep me where I am. And we'll see what happens.
I was trying to concentrate.
Yeah, well, unless you have... Do you have an arrow that does radiant damage? Why do you... You have a lot more stuff than I remember. Have you been picking up stuff without talking to me? Well, whatever. Let's see here. Arrow of Acid, Arrow of Arcane Interference, Arrow of Construct Slaying, Arrow of Darkness, Arrow of Fire, Arrow of Ice, Arrow of Ilmater, which does necrotic damage, Arrow of Lightning, well, that's obvious what damage that does. This does roar... Oh, it does piercing and explodes. Cool. Transposition. Teleport wherever you fire this arrow. That's cool. None of those do radiant damage, though. That is a pity. Well, we're just going to attempt to shoot them in the face and hope that we do damage despite the resistance. Obviously, gonna have to get closer.
Stepping softly.
scooch around over here. Yeah, like that. Almost, but not quite. They're dead Gith up there. That's... I didn't notice that before either. Okay, the one did step into range. Like right around here. Ah! Okay, okay. That is too narrow a window for my poor reflexes. So, scooch up. We'll go back to making the horrific noises, and we will wait until that one comes into range again. We have a surprise round. Not that I can do a lot with it, but... Oh man, didn't even do a single point of damage, just got his attention. Okay, luckily for me, he is facing in entirely the wrong direction.
Ready or not?
I'm a ghost!
Don't linger.
Okay.
Need to keep focused.
What the? Huh. Problems for a future me. %60 chance. Go, girl, go.
Down with you.
Please, please tell me. Oh, she did some damage. Ooh, she did quite a bit of damage. All praise the surprise rounds.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, Will. Target is too far, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Will. You know, for a spell that supposedly has the range that we're talking about, admittedly, they've made Eldritch Blast an 18 meter, which I think is like it's supposed to be one of the longest range spells in the game, and they've made it the same range as any other cantrip, which makes me very sad. Are you kidding me? Fine. Fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Necrotic Veil is down. Wait a minute. Where's the other one? Ghast, Ghoul, 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 Shepherd. Where's the other shepherd? Oh, over there. Okay. Okay, he was hidden by a tree. We still have to knock the veil off of this one. But this is a very good start. This is a very good start. I like this. I'm keeping this.
Let's think ahead, or I'm lost. Should mind my step.
Well, I don't want to walk up and hit him. That would be a very dumb thing to do. But I do wonder what his movement is. Like, do I want to do Vicious Mockery, or do I want to do Fire? Let's mock him. 60%, huh?
Here we go again.
He saved. I'm going to turn this on. Okay, all of us are in combat, and we're all in different places in the initiative, which is spectacular. But we're still in Asterian's turn by the power of magic combined.
I've missed this.
You would. Okay, already used attack, which is a pity. Well, step into the 4. Good girl. I wish I could tell you to brace.
Still on my feet.
I'm feeling pretty confident, because if he wants to come and melee me, he's gonna have to go through Shadowheart and Will. But I'm just gonna make it so that he has to really go through Shadowheart and Will by standing over here. Yeah, that feels alright. And Will... I think I like what's going on here. You're good. You're good. They're not surprised anymore. Immune to nauseous. Well, I wasn't going to cast nauseous on you guys anyway. Oh, that's fascinating. Yeah, I believe this guy has volunteered. Okay, Asterian. I believe in you. I believe that you can pull this off.
Yes.
Ooh, a palpable hit. Alright, and just step over here.
Leave no trace.
And hide again. In fact, step all the way over here, just in case. Because I feel more confident with you hiding in the bushes than hiding out in the open against a cartwheel. There's a part of me that wants to take my new lightning spell and just fling it at the two ghouls. But I don't think that that is actually the most... I don't think that's the best idea under the circumstances. Let's see here. Undead ward makes them resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. It doesn't say anything about any magic damages. So what if I try to set it on fire? Ooh. Ghouls burn real good. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna stay where I am because things, once again, have to go through both Shadowheart and Will to get to me. I like this spot. It's a good spot. You know, until the ghouls actually reach us, I think the best thing to do would be to keep pouring the sacred flame on the big guy for as long as I can. Especially since I can't reach the other one yet. Shadowheart cast Sacred Flame on Death Shepherd. Death Shepherd needs 14. They rolled an 18. Ooh. A D6 is not gonna stop that. Sorry, girl. Alright, stand there. Let them come. Alright, Will. I do believe your best bet is to... Wait, how much does this do again? Hold on. Whoop. 5 to 14. Alright, we're gonna take chances. One blast into this one. One blast into this one. Nice. I like it. I like it. No rest for the wicked. Death is but a temporary inconvenience. Raise a fallen undead with half of its hit points. Ooh. If I use the psionic backlash, I'm no longer hiding. I'm going to use the psionic backslash, but I'm going to hold on the counter spell. I am a little concerned about the ghast. Oh, once again, a D6 is not going to make enough. Oh, sorry, D8. Yeah, rebuke it. Spectacular. Now, I'm not hidden. So what if I were to use the ice knife, since they're all nice and clustered up? Disadvantage. Now, why is there disadvantage? Too dark. What does that mean? Sacred Defiance. Affected entity has advantage against the effects of turn undead while near the spellcaster. Okay. Oh, it's the resistance. It's the resistance to the piercing damage. I'm not sure what this too dark thing means, but it's giving me disadvantage and I dislike it.
Step quick.
Is it the ghastly fume? What does the ghastly fume do? Sacred Defiance aura. Ghastly fume. Affected entity's foul stench creates a pungent cloud that nauseates all creatures around it. Okay, we do need to remove that before it reaches our people. I'm still not sure what the too dark means. Well, we have a slightly better chance of hitting the ghast, so let's see. 2 to 20. 4 to okay. Well, we're gonna take the 2 to 20. Ooh, that's a lot of seeing things. Step over here. Hide you good again. Yes. Oh. Now I should use my new lightning bolt? Or call lightning? Lightning strikes all targets within range. Over 10 turns, you can call down lightning again without expending a spell slot. And I can hit 3 of them. Yeah. I'm gonna try the cutting words for this because I really want this lightning to hit. Nice. Okay, we took out the ghoul. The ghast is really feeling it. So's the Death Shepherd that's closest. I wish there was something I could do about this ghoul here, but I cannot. Oh, I'm sharing a turn with Shadowheart now. But I think... Yeah, I think actually Shadowheart is going to be ignoring this ghoul because something's got to be done about this ghast.
Can't give up.
Let me think. I can Guardians. Yeah, I think the Guardians is the right move here because everything is about to come upon us. Question is, how near is near when it comes to the Guardians? Oh, I get to choose. That's good to know. Alright. Like 3 steps over this way. Radiant them Guardians. Perfect. Perfect, yes. And shove the ghoul? I don't think it's actually going to do any good, though. Unless somehow in the shoving it would take 2 points of damage. Oh, if only I knew how to give it 2 points of damage. Well, I guess I'll just, that's my turn then.
Come on, can't stay idle.
I mean, I could probably pommel strike the ghoul, but I think that would be a waste. For some reason, I can only do that once per rest. I don't know why. Yeah, that's right. Coming to... Oh. Interesting. It's pretty much a guarantee that this one is going to die. So I can just ignore it, maybe? And hit this one? Okay, go will go. Nice, 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 cool. Well, as long as I'm here. Let's see. What was the save on the lightning? Do. Or actually, what's the save on the Spirit Guardians? Yeah. What kind of save is this? Oh, it's a wisdom save. Okay. So the Spirit Guardians are a wisdom save. And lightning is a dex save. Its wisdom is better than its dex. So if I were to... Man, I want to save my other Hellish Rebuke, though. Okay, I'm not gonna hex it. Fine. Fine. Yeah, let's give it a psionic backlash. Oh man, it's saved versus the Spirit Guardians. Whoa! Okay, we're having fun now. Alright, Asterion. Can I do 13 points of damage to this ghoul? Maybe. It's got resistance to piercing damage right now, but... Here goes! Sorry, not ghoul, ghast. Oh, that was not 13 points of damage. And there's nowhere for me to hide now. What to do with my bonus action? I wish I could use it to throw a dagger.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
I can call lightning again. Oh, a D8 is not gonna save me there. Ooh, does not matter that I used cutting words. Hopefully... Well, Shadowheart will get over her nausea soon. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, actually.
Shall we cut and run?
Whoop, no, wrong button. Yeah, scooch around here.
We'll do it my
Tuck
way.
yourself away. Yeah, good man. Last remaining ghoul. Spirit guardians pay for themselves. Okay, you are nauseous, so you can't use main actions. But what if you were just to walk up on this guy? That doesn't take an action. That didn't take an action at all.
This is my time.
It is indeed. My question is, let's see, 5 to 14 versus 6 to 11. The main thing here is that he continues to be resistant to piercing damage, but not resistant to force damage, yes? Oh, he's still got some of his temporary hit points too. Yeah, okay. We're gonna Eldritch Blast him because he's not resistant to force. Staggered right out of the Spirit Guardians too. Does that mean that I could have some more fun? If I like walk towards him again, does he get hit by the Spirit Guardians again? Oh, he saved. I'm so sad. But yeah, he would have gotten hit again if he hadn't saved. That's hilarious. Okay. She'll get over her nausea. Everything will be fine.
Victor's path.
You're good. You're good. Oh yeah, cutting words, that baby.
Death becomes you.
Well, those were some choices that thing just made.
Need to act fast.
Yeah, Shadowheart is definitely carrying this. Alright. Ooh, an excellent kidney hit.
There's blood in the air.
There is. Can we make it more?
No escape.
Alright, I'll accept that. Back into the bushes.
The subtle approach.
Nothing important is ever easy.
I'm going to call lightning again because I can. Nice. And I miss Shadowheart with it. Yeah.
My faith will protect me.
Shadowheart pretty much already did her thing.
The blade will not bend.
You're still resistant to poking damage, but hey, I've got this Eldritch Blast and it has your name written all over it. Nice. Oh, Shadowheart carried that in so many ways. Gladiatorial sandals. Alright, back to camp with that. Anyway, let's save. Because that was pretty darn awesome. And, empty.
What's in here?
Empty. 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 They're all piled on top of each other, which makes it very difficult. Empty. Half plate. Half plate. Okay, fine. I will send this to Laziel just in case I ever use her. And a great sword, which I will just send to camp. Let's check the other Death Shepherd. More half plate to send to camp, and another great sword to send to camp. You know, Asterion is still sneaking, and I'm wondering if that's actually a good idea. Oh right, there was also this bush over here, which for some reason is lootable.
Anything of use?
Raspberries!
Moving ahead.
You know, this guy died in a very undignified position, and I am here for it. Okay, it's probably a good idea to get all sneaky. So let's join Asterion in the Sneaky Deaky Club. Zealot of the Absolute. Dead Githyanki youths. That had better not be your way of saying children, Larian.
Don't waste a step.
I do not truck with hurting kids. Alright. I'm a save. I'm curious about this marker.
What's inside?
75 gold, agate, bloodstone, an elixir of lightning resistance. Oh, they could have used that. And an elixir of arcane cultivation, huh? Alright, well, the gold and the rocks can go to camp. And I will take the potions. Oh! There's a dead person here who can be spoken to.
There is work to do.
There is. Cast Speak with Dead upon this dead zealot of the Absolute, if you would.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you? Where did you come from? What were you doing here? Who killed you? Where did these undead come from? Just leave. Who are you?
Samuel Staxford, devoted servant of the Absolute.
Uh-huh. What were you doing here?
Following orders of General Thorm.
Thorm. Okay, thank you. General Thorm. of the Absolute. What were your orders?
Find Duke Ravengard.
Ah.
Bring him to the Absolute.
That's, concerning. Where is Duke Ravengard now?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Good. I suspect it's the same answer for what does the Absolute want with Duke Ravengard. Where did these undead come from?
I summoned them
Fool.
to fight against Githyanki. Attack to buy time for the others.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Doesn't really matter what the Absolute wants with Duke Ravengard. We just don't want what the Absolute wants. But we can be pretty sure that there were more than two. So we shall see.
Quiet as a mouse. Nice and quiet now.
Missive from Moonrise. Plate armor. Well, we'll send that on to Lazael too. Halberd. And a short bow, which can go to camp. I will take them orders. Duke Ravengard is to be delivered unharmed or mostly so immediately. Moonrise Towers cannot fulfill its destiny until the Duke has been delivered. Those who succeed will be rewarded. Those who fail will face first my wrath, then Gortash's, then mine again. General Ketherick Thorm. Yeah, that name sounds very familiar, don't it? We kept running into that down in the Underdark. So he's serving the Absolute now.
Taken father to Moonrise Towers.
A powerful asset. Just what are their intentions, I wonder?
Oh, probably to stuff a little worm in his head and make him their beach. Wow, those undead were very indiscriminate. They killed squirrels. Githyanki Youth wasn't carrying anything, or Godloot did. We'll take that arrow for now. Actually, we'll take all those arrows. Squirrel is unsurprisingly empty. So's the other squirrel. Poor things. Youth.
Open up.
also not carrying anything or already looted. We're gonna send all these arrows on to Asterion. I'm hoping he can poison them. Plate armor, halberd, and a short bow. Off to camp with y'all. I feel like we're being drawn up this way.
Never wanted the easy path.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Why were we drawn up here? Neither of these dudes at the Absolute had a lantern, though, which makes me very sad. I'm not sure about this direction.
Broken. Need to find another way.
I could jump it. If it weren't labeled chasm all over. I don't really like that blood smear there. Gives me bad feelings. Oh, rogue's morsel. And a bird's nest.
Might be useful.
Eggies? Charming little egg. Camp supplies. Round and speckled, there's something appreciable cheerful about an egg. Even the word itself, egg, how frolicsome. How Tolkien-esque. Well, Hobbit-esque. Off to camp with you. Yeah, okay, this is the way that I was contemplating, is maybe I can sneak up behind them, except that there was no way to get here except through them. Plaque and balsam.
Walk in the way of dawn, for Lathander cannot protect you where the light doth not reach.
Thank you, everybody. Me and my shovel. $22 gold, some malachite, and a scroll of detect thoughts. Okay, those go to camp, and I will take the scroll.
Can't risk being in open view.
And the balsam. Well, this goes round and round and round and round. I am
Path lies
intrigued.
before me.
I used to be agog at everything when I first walked in the sun. Perhaps I'm adjusting to this new life.
It's when you use words like agog that I remember you're actually 2 centuries old.
And it's when you think agog is an impressive word that I remember you're just a child.
Could you two stop flirting on my time? Oh. See, you nearly distracted me from the fact that there's a weary traveler over there. Oh, man, If that guy's not a wizard, he's putting a lot of investment into making people think he is. Alright, let's not sneak up on him, I suppose. He's making no attempt to hide. Let's see what happens.
Need to find a way forward.
Hey, old man.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
May I inquire if perchance you retain among your traveling companions a man who adheres to the given name of Gale?
As a matter of fact, I do. He's resting in camp. May I inquire who is inquiring? Gale, you say? Never heard of him. Oh, man. You know, given the wide number of secrets that this group is dragging around with them, I'm not comfortable with just being like, oh yeah, that dude? May I inquire who's inquiring?
Should it be the nature of our acquaintance that interests you, well, you may safely classify Gale and I as friends. Should it be the nature of your present interlocutor that you desire to drag from the dark and unknown, I shall be glad to aid in your quest for illumination and identify myself as Elminster. Elminster Ormar. Now, if this answer satisfies you, let us linger no longer in this limbo of indecision, but settle on your knowledge of the individual I seek.
You know, I suspected you might be Elminster again, but, thanks. Alright, let's see here. Bardic answer. It is a great honor to meet you, Elminster. I do know Gale, yes. He's in our camp at the moment. Or, I'm afraid I must settle it in the negative. I do not know Gale. Nominally speaking, Elminster has been on my side through these games. Or at the very least, he's not been against me. Given his reputation, I don't really want to be on his bad side. Let's bard it up. Hi, Elminster. I've heard so much about you. Do tell me more.
Ever a man of leisure. Would it pain you greatly to assist me along the little voyage I intend to undertake to this aforementioned camp?
Why do you speak fancier than me? I'm the bard. It would be my pleasure. Or I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding our camp without my assistance. I'll see you there later. You know, we could do with a short rest, maybe. I was gonna leave it be, but we can go back to camp without resting anyway. It would be my pleasure.
And I would confirm it to be so. Please, after you. My thanks for your excellent guidance. And yonder I spy the object of my pursuit.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I don't understand. How so on my behalf?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale.
Oh.
You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience?
He had any to start with?
Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught, but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
Yes, Gale, where's your decorum? I suppose we could part with a few of our rations. Or, I'm not in the habit of taking in vagabonds. Oh, yeah, sure, call Elminster a vagabond. See how he'll respond. 18 paragraphs later, we'll all die of old age. Where is your decorum, Gale?
Oh, for the love of... Fine, fine. I'll turn a deaf ear to the clarion calls with which my scorned stomach beseeches me. Graver matters are at hand. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right. You see, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech.
You're able to speak plainly?
I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
You were sent here as an actual divine messenger? I'm surprised she sent you in the first place after Gale's debacle. What message and what charge would that be? Or speak fast then, for none of this pertains to me. Oh no, I care. If Gale explodes in the middle of my camp, I'm pretty sure he's going to take a lot of people I care about with him. And it's not that I don't entirely... Like, it's not that I hate Gale, it's just that I don't really want to go on the romantic route with him. So... I would like to be friends with Gale, but unfortunately being friendly is very... I don't want to go stealing him from a god. That never goes well. That ends up with women being turned into trees, okay? Let's go with the first one. You were sent here as an actual divine messenger?
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider... forgiveness?
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness.
Oh.
Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
If the goddess herself is aware, I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention. If even the gods know, why are we facing these threats alone? You wouldn't happen to know of a cure, would you? Some all-powerful parasite withering spell, perhaps? Oh, man. I don't like any of these answers. None of these are... me. I'm not sure, like, if Elminster knew, Gale would have an inkling that such a spell existed, right? You don't, your girlfriend isn't the goddess of magic without you knowing some things, right? I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention, I guess.
The very purpose of my presence. In a roundabout sort of way.
Sounds like her.
You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mystra's belief that only you can.
Huh. Gale alone? How so? Mystra is mistaken. I will be the Absolute's destroyer. Or hogwash, idle beliefs, and false hopes. I don't love any of these answers, but the first one is closest to what I think I would actually say. So let's go Gale alone? How so?
The orb.
Oh.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help. Or hindrance. We shall have to see.
Aren't you busy?
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
Oh, goody, you've given him a suicide mission. That is spectacular. That's monstrous. You're tasking him to kill himself. Say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this. We'll be rid of both the Absolute and Gale in one fell swoop. Win-win. No, it's not win-win! I don't... Even the evil answer isn't actually evil. It's just... It's jerkish. It's just jerkish. You know what? What I said was basically the first answer, just in slightly different words. So we're gonna go with that one as being the closest to being in character to me.
He is not. But it seems that Mystra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend. But such is Mystra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece. And need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid.
Meine Hastra Mistrariel Italion Thras Annas
It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, it seems like Gale is on board with it, but Although I will say, I think that this is a really good choice of voice actor for Elminster, and I feel like maybe I should look up who it is, because this is a good voice for him. On my honor, it shall be done. There's still a long journey ahead. We'll find another way. I am not his keeper, and I do not accept your charge. Can you imagine if I were actually playing as Gale? I wouldn't, because, but it's not Gale himself, it's the fact that I am not, I don't work well with D&D wizards. The plethora of choice combined with the intense fragility it's not a fun game. Well, you know, if this will get Gale back in good with his girl, who he's very much in love with and trying to use me as a substitute for, I'm okay, but I'm just not into kamikaze missions, you know? Alright. On my honor, it shall be done.
On my honor? I'm not sure yet I can say the same.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
That's a thing and a half. Alright, let's, actually, just in case, let's go talk to Gale. You know, once the kids get out of the way.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
I'd always imagined Elminster to be more imposing. An old man with a craving for cheese, hardly the great wizard of legend. Are we standing really close to the other bard? Because all I can hear is just scribbling noises. He didn't seem much of a friend, showing up and demanding you kill yourself. Or, actually, I was hoping to talk about something else. You know what? I'd always imagined Elminster to be someone more imposing, you know, ultimate power, ultimate responsibility, that sort of jazz.
The Doddering Act is merely an illusion, one he's most adept at maintaining. Elminster is the most formidable wizard in the realms. Perhaps in existence.
Yeah, that's what I'd
For Mystra
heard.
to have sent him. The severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
I mean, if the Absolute is so much of a threat that Mystra sent Elminster to set this up, we might need Gale to do that. And that's an awful, awful thought. I really don't want to deliberately sacrifice a person just to win. I don't care about that being, whether or not that's in character for the character. That's something that I don't want to do. Ugh. You're seriously considering doing what Elminster said? Or I'll leave you to your thoughts. You're seriously considering?
Of course. We offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the Absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
I don't understand. Can't Mistra just destroy the Absolute? Or Ilminster himself? So that's it? You're on a suicide mission now? There's surely another way. What about me? Am I safe around you? Or whatever you need to do, I'll be there to help. Can't Mistra just destroy the Absolute? Or Ilminster?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
Yeah. Same answers. Don't really love any of them. Whatever you need to do, I'll be there to help.
I had no doubt I could rely on you. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
I'll make sure we find it, Gale, I promise. Or you're not blowing yourself up, Gale. I won't let you. I still don't like it. But he seems to already be at peace with it, which is the thing that bugs me. I'll make sure we find it, Gale.
Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute and stop its beating.
I have deep and abiding concerns. But it's going to be a long time before we find that heart. And yet we were standing right by Volo. That's why I couldn't get away from the scribbling noises. Hello, Scratch.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
There's been some very deep topics lately, Scratch. I need to pet you for stress relief. Thank you. Okay. Now, we could have a short rest, and Will would get back his 4 hit points. And his spell slot. But the rest of us wouldn't really gain anything from that. Unless I get my bardic... Oh, I do get my bardic inspiration back. So I would get my bardics and he would get his spell slot. We would lose the... Wait a minute.
The pride of the gate.
Yeah. Hi. I know I'm... Where do you get your your extra hit points from? They're gonna go away with a short rest, aren't they? Yeah, when you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, this gift from your patron gains you 10 temporary hit points. Okay. One set of temporary hit points at a time, and healing can't restore them. Temporary hit points don't remove down and disappear after a long rest. Oh, okay. Alright.
No one stopped me yet.
Well, that's as good a reason to have a short rest as any. And while we're at the safety of the camp, seems like an excellent time. I can't do it at camp? Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, back out into the world, I guess. Oh, right. This was the end of my day. I'd already used up all of my... Ah. Well, that's a good reason to only scout so much further. Also, why was Elminster hanging around in a place with a whole bunch of dead animals? Why are there so many dead animals? Is this leading in the direction that I don't want to go yet? Oh, yeah, this is heading in the direction I don't want to go yet. Okay, let's mark this. Dead animals. Okay.
Time to press ahead.
This is the way to go, but not yet. And actually, since
Slow down.
Since we came along here, going back doesn't need to be... Okay, so somehow Ketheric Thorm ended up serving the Absolute. How he went from a fanatic of Shar to serving the Absolute, that is the question that weighs upon my mind. But yeah, we need to explore around the mountain pass some more. And I think I want to backtrack to this big road. But yeah, I need to find a way to survive the miasma first. Okay, this is the way that I hadn't gone. And we have another plaque to read. This appears to be another one to Lathander, because this look here is a little unmistakable.
Blessed be you, pilgrim. Take respite now in the dawn's loving gaze.
I failed a religion check. You know, just for funsies, let's have Shadowheart read the plaque.
The mission has to come first.
Blessed be you, pilgrim. Take respite now in the dawn's loving gaze.
It's not asking her to roll religion.
What now?
But anyway, that's... even though my character failed a religion check, I know that Lathander is Dawn, so... Like, they won't give me, I guess, options. So I am free to,
The gods are watching me.
Oh, they are. Lady Esther. We're gonna check that out in a bit, but first... Ooh. Rogue's Morsel. Autumn
Don't mind if I
Crocus.
do.
Now this is... Yeah, this is this little road, which I'm mainly going to check for plants that I can turn into potions.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Repulsion mine. Okay, you know what? I will take the guidance. Here we go. Okay, we good. Shadowheart, you might wanna
Whatever it takes.
just sort of kick that, no? Okay.
Can't waste any more time.
Why was there a mine right by the cauldron? Why is there an ignoble hat in this pouch?
Trap. Be cautious.
Will?
On my way.
What is it?
Of course, just in time. Oh, okay.
Mustn't let anyone see. I can be subtle sometimes.
Now, why is this road all trapped up? The other road wasn't all trapped up. Oh, I know there's another one. Interesting, interesting. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Oh, it just pushes. It doesn't actually do damage. Weird.
Have to keep going.
Okay. Go back down here. Pick Asterion back up. what does this signpost read?
North, Rosy Morn Monastery. West, Moonrise Towers.
Okay, and there's Lady Esther just standing there. I don't see any good reason to sneak up on her. So, let's just not.
On my way.
Lady!
Yes? Who goes there?
Hi.
What's up for discussion?
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive?
Sure. That's one of the answers. Looks like a temple. Sure. Or, lady, I'm busy. What do you want? It looks like a temple?
Oh, it certainly looks that way. But inside, it is swarming with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki. They have the audacity to call that hole a creche, as if it weren't actually a murderous training camp. Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient.
You tried to buy one of their children. Wait, you tried to buy one of their children? Why would you want one of their eggs? And how much did you offer? Yeah, you know what? It was my initial reaction. Therefore, this is the correct reaction. You tried to buy one of their children.
What? No, of course not. I was merely... well...
Ahem.
Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition. The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. Hogwash, of course. A Githyanki can no more rise above its nature than gnomes can fly.
I mean, it's because of her nature that I refuse to run around with Laziel, but my god, lady, could you be more racist? Violence is taught, not inherited. You don't need to steal a child to know that. Some things are in our blood, only a fool would deny that. Or, well, you failed to get the egg, so I guess we'll never know. You know what? You don't need to steal a child to know that violence is taught.
You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help, then, to prove your point.
No!
They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche.
I don't want to help her.
Inside, you could simply purloin an egg.
No!
You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg.
Sounds good. I'm in. Do you have any equipment worth trading? Persuasion, fine, but I want payment up front. What you suggest is revolting. I won't let you do this. Or I'm not getting involved in this. Okay, it's definitely one of the last two. It's just the question is which one. And I know that, you know, Asterion probably won't agree with my decision, but the man never agrees with any of my good decisions. And maybe I'm still on his good side after giving him the book? I mean, if I decline to get involved, I probably won't be able to use her as a shop. But I think I'm fine with that because the other option is child stealing. And I am not into that. I'm not getting involved in this.
Pity. You'd have become rather rich had you the proper sense. Should you change your mind,
I'm already rather
you know where to
rich.
find me.
Gross. Hey, that didn't affect anybody's opinion of me. Well, I would have liked to have affected some of them positively, but at least I didn't affect anybody negatively. If you steal them, there's no receipt to return them later. Green, that is not the only problem with stealing children. But it is nice to see you here in the stream, but I still refuse. Stealing children is gross, and you can't make me think otherwise. And I'm really, really glad that I didn't have Laziel in my party for this one. Ugh. Well, in any case, will this marker just stay here, I wonder? It would be nice if I didn't have to mark her myself. Well, hopefully the marker will just stay there. I don't want to talk to her again because she'll be like, aha, reconsidered the whole I will give you lots and lots of gold thing, huh? How far can she see? She's an old lady. Oh, pretty darn far. I do wonder how far I should go before taking a long rest. Oh. Oh. Fascinating. That is something to explore. What, if anything, is over here? A collapsed burrow and some balsam. Well, what is that noise? Is it just the dragons? I'm going to hope that it's just the dragons. We're nominally... we're nominally allies of the Gith, which means that hopefully we won't get chewed on by the dragons. Alright, so we have travel through the mountain pass, decide to take the mountain pass, this road should lead us to Moonrise Towers. We have find the creche, the Yankee creche is nestled somewhere within Rosy Moor Monastery, we should take a look. Yeah. We arrived at the mountain pass, we should look for the Githyanki creche hidden within it. I do wonder, should I bring Laziel into the party for when I go to the creche? I think it might cause more problems than it solves. I don't really want to have to end up murdering an entire creche, especially since it sounds like they have children there. Wizard of Waterdeep. Let's see. We met the Great Wizard Elminster, weary from his time on the road. He wanted to speak with Gale about an urgent matter. We should follow up on this in camp. Destroy the heart of the Absolute. Gale's mentor, the Great Wizard Elminster, sought him out in order to deliver a message from Mystra herself. She instructs him to find the heart of the Absolute and destroy it by detonating the orb. Elminster granted Gale a powerful spell in order to do this, and has stabilized the orb to grant him enough time to find it. This would be suicide for Gale. We need to learn more about this heart and how else it might be defeated. Why are these still highlighted? Deliver Nir's head. Quest completed. Sovereign Spa rewarded us for delivering Nir's head. Yay! Find the missing boots. The Duragar are hostile. Delivering the boots is probably not an option anymore. Oh no! I had to keep them. Save the Grimforge gnomes. Barkus was grateful that we saved him again. He's planning to rescue his old friend Wilbren from Moonrise Towers. We should let Thulla know what happened. Yeah, we did that. Anything else? Let's just fold that up. Okay, nothing else is showing updates at this time. Oh! This actually... This tells me where the inspiration came from. Cool. Reach a high level of approval with a companion. Learn Asterian's history as a magistrate. Expand your retinue, acquire a soul coin. Okay, so yeah. Earn a title. Huh. Shadowheart has gotten very little inspiration. Complete Elistre's Ritual of Sorrow and obtain her Blessed Blade. I did that. Oh well. Persuade the spiders in Grimforge to remain faithful to Loth. Okay. Recover Cillian's lost treasure through prayer. Yeah. Unlock and read the Book of Dead Gods. Alright. Asterian's a charlatan? Really? Convince Kithrak Voss to leave without violence inspired him. Gain access to Grimforge by lying? God. Talk your way into the Zentrum hideout. Trick the magic mirror. Interrogate the dead mind flayer. Deceive any of the guards in the goblin camp. Cheese your way through. Talk your way past the bandits and enter the chapel. Okay, so he's just really into deception. Haven't gotten any inspiration through Will, because I hardly ever run around with him. Let's see, got Solitary Spider. Read the Arachnomancer's journals at the bottom of the well. And unlock and read the Book of Dead Gods. Okay, so both he and Shadowheart were inspired by that. Interesting. And... Mushroom Enthusiast. Destroy each kind of hazardous Underdark mushroom, of course. Successfully tame the owlbear cub. Sticky Fingers for securing the pouch from the spider crevice. And Eyes of the Wild for seeing past the illusion covering the swamp. Okay. Cool. I was wondering if there was a place that I could look at that. Now I will promptly forget. Alright, what's in this collapsed burrow? It's empty. Whose burrow was this? And why did it collapse? Okay. Lathander sign.
Approach the fairy in Lathander's grace. May his gaze shine upon you, pilgrim.
I feel like we're being given clues. Those noises in the background. I don't actually know if they're audible on stream, but they're making me very nervous. Okay, so there's something over this away. And then there's this that goes to the monastery and the creche, but I don't really want to deal with that right now. What if I just left that alone for the moment and we looked at what's down here? Sneakily, maybe.
All right, time to skulk about. Breathe deep and move.
Like, when it comes to the interrogation of the gnome leader and whatever is going to be happening with Will's dad, I have concerns about the amount of time that I've been taking. Empty potion bottle, bedroll, elegant chest. Just sitting out. Red apple, half-eaten apple, arrow, arrow, arrow. I'm not loving this.
Carefully now.
Okay. Just in case this comes to bite me. Arrow of ice and a potion of healing. Well, this will go to Asterion, and I will take the potion. Whose camp was this, and where are they now? Is what I would very much like to know. Let's just scooch down this wall. Wee-ho-hi. Oh.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Well, that's a live blue jay. That's a good thing. Who is setting all these traps?
Time for a little death.
Roll, 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 roll. No! As long as he doesn't go off the edge, I'm okay with this. He got a little staggered, but he's otherwise fine.
Let's get on with it. Unseen as I was taught. Bit of caution never hurt.
Light on my feet.
Okay, let's try talking to the bird.
I have something to ask. Step carefully.
Whoops.
I've got nothing left to take, so you might as well shove off.
I didn't want to take anything. I wanted to ask what's up and what's doing all that roaring. Did someone steal something from you? That's a lot of attitude from a little bird. I'm not here to take. I'm looking for a Githyanki creche. Have you seen one? Or leave? Did someone steal something from you?
Steal? Eagles are bigger. They just take. Nest, prey, everything. That's how it works here.
I can't help but notice that you have a nest right there. That's exactly how it works, and it's my turn. Get out or I'll turn you into stew. That doesn't sound very fair. Or leave. That doesn't sound very fair.
It's not bloody fair. I got there first. The Eagles don't even need it.
I really want to know. Surely the eagles need a nest as much as you. Attack the whiny bird. It's about to get less fair. You have to leave this nest now or else. Attack the whiny bird or leave. Surely the eagles need a nest as much as you.
Not on top of the monastery, they don't. It's not even like the eagles need my nest. The drunk lizards they eat aren't hard to catch.
I don't have time for petty bird squabbles. Do you want me to go and deal with the eagles for you? Nature, try and figure out what these lizards might be. Or leave. Oh, I'm curious. What are these lizards? My roll is not the best. But we're gonna try anyway. What drunk lizards? Ooh. And I don't get assistance from guidance on this one. Oh boy. Okay, well. Just enough. Just enough. Oh, that was so lucky. Blue jays are sneaky and not to be trusted. Well, I know. They're corvids. Never forget a blue jay is a corvid.
While quite vague, drunk lizards could well point to kobolds, who tend to operate in packs.
Huh. I don't have time for petty bird squabbles. Do you want me to go and deal with the eagles for you? Okay, here's the thing. We know the Githyanki are occupying the monastery with their dragons. The nest he found is on top of the monastery, air quotes intended. And it's possible that the eagles are feeding on kobolds. Now, kobolds do in some... here's the thing. In some of the D&D mythos, kobolds serve dragons. So it's possible that the dragons and the kobolds are a package deals and thus are with the Githyanki. But I don't remember Githyanki and kobolds ever having an association. But then again, I don't remember Githyanki and dragons ever having an association. You want me to deal with the eagles?
You? Kill an eagle? But if you think you can, then please, please kill the eagles. They're the worst.
I'll see what I can do, or no, I'm not running your errands for you. I'll see what I can do. I'm apparently going to the monastery anyway.
Thank you. I'll keep an eye on the roof. Rude bastards, those eagles. Deserve a little comeuppance.
You realize that when I say deal it with the eagles...
I spy a trap. I'm just waiting.
Yes, dear, I know.
Quietly.
Okay. Why can he not see that trap? That's weird.
Looking ahead.
Oh, possibly because I already set it off. Key. Hey, bird, could I have that key? I want the key, but it's in the nest.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Let me guess. defeat. Well, it's to be expected. Eagles are invincible after all.
They're not invincible, I just haven't gotten round to it yet, or leave. I'm not invincible, I just haven't gotten to it.
Typical arrogance. Remember, tall one, pride comes before the fall. A very long fall.
Well, yes, that would be something that eagles probably enjoy doing. Huh. Do you mind if I take this bear claw? It looks interesting. Thanks.
Might be useful.
I didn't exactly dress for hiking mountains. Shame we couldn't procure some pack mules or horses.
Are you commenting on me picking stuff up?
Those ill-tempered beasts are prone to biting.
Well, so are you, but we keep you around, don't we?
And I'm not offering any rides, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh, so many people want to ride Asterion. Not me, but so many. Speaking of you, here, have these arrows. Thanks! Let's see here. We need to walk out of the area that the bird can see. Actually, come to think of it, let's save. Because I've been doing a lot of quick saves and not so many real saves. But yeah, I can completely understand a blue jay not liking eagles.
Have to keep going.
But I do wonder who's been mining all the paths. Some raspberries. Let's see here. Okay, it looks like we're out of the bird's sight now.
Better be cautious. What do we have here?
This seems to be a not the front door way to get to the monastery. I like a not the front door way to get to the monastery. That makes me happy. Admittedly, if the Gith catch us sneaking around, things might go badly, but... But that's a bridge that we will cross if we get to it. In the meantime, we didn't have to cross a really, really obvious bridge. Animal carcass, huh? Maybe it was the Gith who've been trapping all the... It could have been the Gith. Although, using mines that don't hurt people doesn't seem like them. Welcome to the monastery. What on earth is that? Okay, so the main way... Okay, I spoke too soon. There doesn't seem to be a further path. I don't actually want to go into the creche. I would like to have a rest before I go there. But exploring around the outside, as long as it doesn't get me in too much trouble. Huh. Curious. Pilgrim's Curse. Pilgrim's Prayer. Pilgrim's Prayer. Let's have a look at these before I loot further. Curse. Mornin' Lord, you never rose up over nothing. You're just a fucking sham like all gods, dirty stupid animals, all you rotten pigs, wee wee, you ain't got shit on the absolute. It's beautiful, it's gonna fuck you like the cheapest wars. That's not a very effective curse. Okay, prayer. Dear Morning Lord, and you are a dearie. Haven't I just had the grandest time? Sure, if I was honey, I wouldn't have trouble getting down a hill, so warm and good I feel. I've been headed here to pray you homage and beyond on other businesses for some 2 odd months, and every mile has unearthed more and more kindnesses. For example, when my sleeping robe was infested with bed bugs, itching me disagreeingly, Morning Lord, I have no qualms admitting it, a woman gave me a spare of hers, and it was toasty warming of a night. And she with 2 children of her own to tend. Anyway, thanks for pouring your honey heat over each and every day, cloudy or no. Here for a lone woman barefoot and smiling on the long road. Okay. And this is another... Good morning, Lathander. I suppose all mornings for you are good, you making them up out of the bright bits of night and giving them shine worthy and such. I have 2 new boys, Luke and Elliot, and I should like them to see lots of your nice sun-ups. So if you would watch over them, I should be most thankful. I am poor as muck, but have some heart left to give that which has not been eaten up by the boys and their mum. So that bit is yours if you keep them seeing sunrises. Thanks. Harrison Fields. Okay. Crater Healing, Arcane Cultivation, Amulet, Gold, whoop, all of it in my pocket. And send to camp. So chunky and a little data made entirely of hammered silver. Alright, send that to camp too. The main question is why these people were leaving this stuff out here instead of at the shrine. And here's the other end. Like, how long have the Gith been occupying that monastery? What do we got here?
North, Rosy Morn Monastery.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is the way that I came, I'm pretty sure. It's all very pretty, but it's very pretty in a way that makes it a little difficult to tell where I've been. Well, I do believe that's all of us. No, wait, somebody hasn't rolled yet. Will hasn't rolled yet. Well, we'll never know. Okay, yeah, that's the animal carcass. Yeah, we're getting real close to the monastery. Oh. Yeah, we want to make it at least over there. Hopefully without being spotted. There we go. What the? Are those plants? Going up. Can have a little peek inside, maybe, depending on whether or not that jump can be made. Let's find out. Ooh, it can. Being the least athletic in this party, if I can make the jump, any of them can make the jump. Can we have a little peek? We have a little look around. Could we have a little break-in from the side? I can't tell if anybody's in here to notice, though. That's the front door. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see here. 4 to 9.
Keep your blade close.
4 to 11. Oh, wait. Midori. Set it on fire. Magic allergy. Grimishka. It's full of cats? What the heck is a Grimishka? Level 1 Grimishka. Conditions: magic allergy. Allergic to magic. If a spell or cantrip is cast close to Grimishka, it might react to the magic and trigger a random effect. Okay. Do I have any reason to do anything about these? I'm not sure if I do. Entrance to Grimishka. You're kidding. I'm one character short. Okay. Enter to Grimishka.
What to do?
I don't know if there's anything I need to do about that.
These boots have seen everything.
But I think it might be a good idea to just leave that be. Although it is good to know that I mean, with this group, I have I have non-magical attacks for everybody. Except maybe Will. I don't think Will... No, Will does not have, like, a crossbow or anything.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
Although that's pretty easy to fix.
Never wanted the easy path.
Okay, those are plants. They're not something else weird. That does appear to be the main door. It's quite far. What just triggered an autosave? It's not all the Grimishka, is it? Not a lot of good shade along here, is there? Whoops.
That's enough. On your feet.
Oh.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
No. No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
Oh.
Anyone want to join her? As I thought. Through the doors. Now! The captain is expecting you.
I am really glad I don't have Lazial with me right now. I think if I were doing an evil run, Lazial would be a good companion to have. Like maybe if I were to be playing as, say, the Dark Urge. But yeah, I'm not liking that. Okay, discover the artifact secrets. The guards at the entrance to the Githyanki Creche mentioned a captain. We should talk to these guards to find out more about what they're doing. Reclaim the Blue Jay's nest. We met a Blue Jay who asked us to kill the eagles on the monastery roof. He claimed they stole his nest. The Yankee warriors. Pair of Githyanki have escorted several cultists into the monastery. The entrance to their creche must be inside. Oh, I mean, if they're cultists, that's a different matter. But it's still... I'm not liking it. That up there... Kobold Looter. Are they... Can they see us? Because we are really not well hidden. We're quite some distance. Well, Shadowheart is about to do something ridiculously obvious, so...
Quietly now.
Hi, Asterion. Could you hide in these shadows over here, please?
Undead crushed underfoot. I'll try not to take it personally.
It's just Lathander. It's his shtick.
Keeping quiet.
Yeah. This is a nice bush. I think you and this bush should be friends. Get down in there. Go on. There you go.
I'm ready.
Waiting with bated breath.
My faith will guide me.
Hey. Corliss.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you? Why were you so desperate to run? What do you know about this weapon? Where are you from? What were you doing here? Why were you so desperate to run?
Scared. Hurt. Bad things. Yankee. Torture.
Okay. What do you know about this weapon?
Nothing. Was telling the truth. Didn't know anything.
Alright. Where are you from? What were you doing here? What were you doing here?
Path to Moonrise Towers. Absolute. Answering the call.
Ooh, there's a new one. What is happening at Moonrise Towers? That sounds like a handy one. What's happening there?
Gathering. Coalescing. Preparing.
Don't like it. Don't like it. Preparing for what?
Orders from the General.
What general? As if I don't know.
Chosen of the Absolute.
Of course.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Okay. Something big is happening. Something big is happening, and I don't like the implications.
Taking my time in the shadows.
Oh, right.
Anything of use?
Do you have a lantern?
So the Githyanki aren't fond of the cultists. Could be a good thing.
I mean...
Time to press ahead.
Yeah?
No traps, please.
You know, I really should have had Asterion hide in the bushes that Will is hiding in. Look how well concealed Will is. This doesn't look like much of anywhere to go at all. I'll take that balsam. Doesn't seem to be anything useful that away. Well, there really doesn't seem to be any way but through the front door. I want to deal with whatever is happening with the Gith with full resources. Which means I think I take a long rest and then I walk up to the front door as bold as brass. Can't reach destination, you're kidding me. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So I'm going to save. Because it's been a while. And back to camp with all of us. There does not appear to be anybody here who wishes to have words with me. I'm going to take a moment. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Alright, so got enough autumn crocus to extract, so we'll do that. Got enough chasm creeper to extract. Got enough rogue's morsel to extract twice. Let's see, some swarming toadstool. Oh, lots of balsam. Did find lots of balsam. Just enough dagger root. And a bit of lacolite. And let's see. I can make antidote, potion of featherfall, potion of glorious vaulting, potion of healing, potion of greater healing, elixir of arcane cultivation, elixir of bloodlust, elixir of peerless focus, elixir of fire resistance, elixir of the colossus, basic poison, drow poison, interesting, oil of accuracy, and oil of demutation. Gazing through the glass bottle, everything seems shrunken and contracted, almost gaunt. What does that even mean? I do not know. I honestly do not know. Well, I do know that I want to make a potion of greater healing. I can make 2? Ooh. I am curious about this oil of demutation. I wouldn't be able to make the greater elixir of arcane cultivation. I keep forgetting to use these. But I think this is more valuable than a potion that I don't know what it does. So yeah, I'm gonna make this. And the greater healing, both of them. That does mean that I can't make the regular potion of healing, because I used up all the salt. I could make one of these, I just don't know that I want to. Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, that takes care of the crafting portion of this evening. Set up for a long rest. Oh. Hi, Karlach.
Already feeling better.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest.
We haven't had any leads on that engineer.
I need to find a mechanic. A good one. Well, this thing's going boom.
What'll happen if you can't tune you up in time? You're tough, that thing in your chest won't overpower you. Do you think you're a danger to the rest of us? The first one is the stupidest because she just said it's going boom. That's more than enough. But it's also the only nice answer. And I am trying so hard to be nice. Especially to Karlach. What'll happen if you can't tune you up in time?
Well, I imagine it's lights out, Big K. And then it'll be just you, your parasite, and the wild yonder. I'm sure you'd manage. But this old girl's got a few things to do before it comes to that.
Understandable. Oh, man. We haven't gotten a lead on the mechanic. That's the thing. Our fiery friend. Karlach needs an infernal mechanic to tune up the engine she has of her heart. There might be one nearby. Yeah, confronted the paladins. We need to bring Karlach to a mechanic who can fix her heart. Yeah, I totally agree. The only problem is we haven't had any lead on that mechanic who might be nearby. Like, part of me wants to leave Shadowheart at home when we go to the Githyanki. Like, Shadowheart is the one carrying the artifact. If we don't carry the artifact into the creche, I think life might be better. We really need to find a mechanic for Karlach. We may have done terrible things to her by sending by saving the tieflings before we found her. Wow, Laziel, could you have camped any further away from everyone else? I don't think you could. And why are you closest to Shadowheart? Do we have to have another talk? Ugh. It seems to me that it might be a good idea to leave Shadowheart behind when I go into the creche, because that way I'm not taking this mystical item that they're looking for right into a place that's searching for it. It is going to make combat very interesting if I don't bring her. But I could bring Karlach along and we can see if we can get any leads on this mechanical heart. don't think anybody else wants to talk to me right now. No, it seems to have just been Karlach, who we still don't have a lead on the heart. I don't like this. But we're gonna sleep anyway. And we're going to be very boring. And we're just going to use a supply pack. Because I don't feel like sorting through everything right now. Looks like a slightly restless night. Okay. First things first. The main thing is that we lose the talk with Dead. And we lose the cleric healing. But... Alright, first of all, speak with animals. Morning conversations. If people stay still long enough.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
It's nice to know I'm liked. You like it here, huh?
Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Goblin camp smells like goblins.
Yeah. Here, have a petting.
Ooh, more.
Alright. Scratch?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I am, and I'll be even better once you get your morning pet. Okay, and I'm also reminded, I haven't talked to Halson since I went into the mountain pass. Anything to say?
You wish to speak?
Nope. Man, I can't even have the mildly flirty conversation with him anymore. I'm so sad. Alright, there's Lazael, as far away as she can possibly get. But I want to talk to Shadowheart. I think it's best if you stay behind for now.
I can't believe Mistra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
You kept that idol of Shar from Grimforge, I take it? Why were you in pain before? I want to talk about your Shar worship. I want to talk about all that's happened to us. We should journey separately for now. I'll look for you here if I need you again. Or leave. You kept that idol of Shar from Grimforge, didn't you?
Of course. I couldn't leave such a treasure behind. I'll find it a place of honor in the camp. I suppose I owe you my thanks. Unlikely I'd have found this without you leading the way. In any case, it was certainly not what I expected to find in the Underdark. I wonder... perhaps this is connected to the Dark Justiciars. This is no coincidence, I'm sure of it. I need to keep an eye out for more signs. Learn more about the Justiciars' presence in these lands. It could be important. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shar, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shar, save perhaps if you become the head of her church.
Very well, let's see if we can find anything in future. If dark justiciars were once a power around here, all signs suggest that time has long passed. Or we have more important things to focus on than chasing Sharon ghosts. We'll see if we find anything in future.
Thank you. I should have known you'd be understanding.
Darling. We're going to go into the Gith Enclave. I think it would be best if you stay behind.
If you're sure.
I'm sure.
Take care. I'll be here when you need me.
Oh, sweetie. Man, I think that's the first time I've ever asked her to stay behind in camp. The fact that the subtext on that was like, another rejection. Okay. Okay, Yo.
Was that Gale's granddad?
There was Elminster Omar, the most famous wizard in the realms. Looked like it. Or never mind that. That was Elminster.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. But alright. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
Oh. How do I put this? I don't think it was. It turns out Gale has an explosive bomb in his chest, and Mystra has asked him to use it to blow up the heart of the Absolute. Don't worry about it, or just leave. I mean, part of me is like, don't worry about it, but also, she should know. About that, bombs, boom, badness.
Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra? I mean, this is a lot to take in.
Understandable.
What's he going to do?
I think he's going to follow through with it. I don't think he'd do that to himself, even if Mystra commanded it. Or, I'm not sure. I think he's of several minds. I mean, talking to him, I think he's going to go through with it. So, I think he's going to follow through.
Fuck me.
I'd like to.
There's devotion and then there's stupidity. If the god of magic can't handle this without sacrificing Gale, she's no god at all. Poor Gale. He must be in bits after hearing that. I'll distract him. Tell him I haven't read a book since secondary school. Watch his face melt off.
I mean, for a wizard, that sort of statement would be extremely distracting. Come on, we're heading out.
Let's go, go, go.
We gone. Alright, number 1. Let's get you in the correct place in the party. There we go. I am going to miss the guidance most of all. And then let's get you leveled up. Oh, very simple. Increase of health, very healthy. And 1 more rage charge a day. Mindless rage. Your rage becomes all-consuming, repelling outside influence. While frenzied, you can't be charmed or frightened, and calm emotions no longer end your rage. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. And a big bright sheen. And save. Everybody's gonna have something to say about Gale, aren't they? Well, let's make the rounds just so that we've got it done. Hey, Astarion.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
Huh. Tell me about your history. How does someone become a vampire exactly? I thought vampires couldn't walk into homes without an invitation. What do you make of Raphael's deal? I think it's better if you stay here and camp for a while, or just go. I thought vampires couldn't walk into homes without an invitation.
We can't. And yet I crossed the threshold like moonlight through leaves. This worm is a powerful little beast, isn't it?
I don't like the way you say that. It's what worries me. Sounds like you're enjoying it. You know what? It sounds like you're enjoying it.
What's not to enjoy? I can walk in sunlight, trespass upon any home, manipulate minds. I'm the most powerful vampire in the realms. Granted, the looming doom is an issue, but why not enjoy the benefits while we can?
I have concerns, but I'm just gonna go. Alright. I'm gonna talk to Lazael about it next because I'm gonna enjoy that conversation the least. Of all my companions, she's the one that I don't really... She and I, very clashing personality types. Hey, hi.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself. Bah. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
That was quite a speech for you. About the dragon rider we met, about your quarrel with Shadowheart. Is it me, or have you been looking at me differently? Have you thought about making use of the tadpole's power? I'd like you to join me, or just go. Oh man. Many of these are paths that I should pursue, but which bullet do I bite first? About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
Okay. That's a relief. We won't survive this if we don't stand together. Can I trust you not to cause more trouble? Or I'll simply kill you both if it happens again. We won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
You really don't like that it... Okay, fine. About the Dragon Rider.
Your skull trembles, your parasite wriggles. Lae'zel sees your memories of your confrontation with Kithrak Voss.
Voss? Still Kithrak, Knight Supreme. An honorable warrior, Vlaakith's finest. I am impressed. He wanted your head, yet it remains firmly atop your shoulders. A lesser woman would be adorning the road as a shredded corpse.
I'm going to take that as a compliment because I think that's the way you meant it. Impressive. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. We should go to the creche as soon as possible. The knight seeks a weapon. It's the artifact that we carry. Or what next, then? You know, impressive is the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
If by nice you mean truthful, then consider me positively pleasant. Now, to the point. The creche is not far from where you met Voss. We must go there immediately. Unless, of course, you'd rather sprout waxy tendrils where there were no tendrils before.
And if Kithrak Voss finds us before then, let's talk about something else, or leave. What if he finds us before we go to the creche?
Keep me at your side, and I will invoke protocol. It is my people's duty to aid infected Githyanki. Had I been traveling with you, we might have avoided the Knight's fury.
Cute. Is it me, or have you been looking at me differently?
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
Excuse you? And what about now? And I thought you were cruel, stubborn, and judgmental. Actually, I still think that. Or can I assume a compliment is incoming? I still think she's judgy Mitch Judgerson. What about now?
Now? Well, you've earned my respect and more still. You've proven your wits. You are efficient and dominant, in and out of battle. You've proven your courage. I swear you would tear the horns off one dragon to plunge into another. And you're hardly bland. Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
Oh, I think she's coming on to me. What's going on? This is a long cry from the "you can't have this, you'll never have this." Oh, the joys and pleasures you would have had this night. She was very, very angry then. If you respect me so much, then why are you such a prickly grouch? Hold on, are you coming on to me? The attraction's mutual, Lizelle. You know how to set my heart racing. Or I have just one word. Yuck. I do not have any romantic interest in Lizelle, and I'm very sad that the people that I have no romantic interest in are the ones that keep coming on to me. Hold on, are you coming on to me?
Isn't it obvious?
Yes, actually it is.
I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you?
Man, why you gotta put me on the spot like this? Yes, I want to share my body with you. Sure thing, I've been wanting a hot Githyanki girlfriend. Or I'm flattered, but the answer is no. You know, I am flattered, but I do believe the answer is no. But I hate that there isn't a nicer way to say any of this. Although, nicer is probably not a good way to be with this particular person anyway. I'm terribly flattered, but the answer is no.
Your loss, I fear. One day soon, you will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt, and you will wish you could return to this lost moment.
No, I'm closing that door and I'm leaving it closed. Thanks. Admittedly, the ones that I want are the hardest for me to catch. So it's just kind of a... like, Halsin, any day. Karlak, if she blinked seductively in my direction, I would fall in her lap. But yeah, Gale just puts my skin on edge. Can't explain it, just does. Laziel, complete personality conflict. Absolutely do not want. No. Don't even really want to be her friend. Exactly. If I weren't playing a person so close to me... There's this thing in tabletop gaming that they call bleed, which is where you've put too much of yourself in the character. The main problem with playing Foxwine is me. Which is another reason why I complain that so many of the answers that I'm given are the wrong ones, because they're not the ones that I would ever give. So I have bled very strongly into this character, and thus I would not even be friends with Laziel. If I were a different character, it might be a different story, though. Will, though, I'm undecided about Will. If Will made a pass at me, I'm honestly not sure what my answer would be. So let's hope that he doesn't when I talk to him today.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that.
You should get out of this pact. What do you think of the illithid potential the dream visitor spoke of? I'd like you to wait in the camp for now, or leave. Okay, I should ask this question. I don't know if I want to, but I should ask this question. Alright, what do you think of the illithid potential the dream visitor spoke of?
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
That is... I don't think you're wrong. Persuasion. You've seen how dangerous these absolute cultists are. We need the extra help. Persuasion. Just look at me, how potent I'm becoming. Think of what we could accomplish together. Persuasion. We faced untold dangers, Will. Shouldn't we seize every possible advantage? Or let's move on to other matters. Oh, man. Shouldn't we seize every possible advantage? I don't know if I actually want to succeed this one or not. So since I don't know if I want to succeed or not, I am not going to use the voice of the circle. That's my choice. The dice will take me where the dice will take me. And it's not far enough. I accept this. The dice have chosen.
I appreciate where you're coming from. Truly, I do. But these parasites are quite literally illithid weapons of war. And I'm not so certain they won't be turned against us upon consuming them.
Okay. I like you better when you're standing by your principles. So, yeah, I'm good with this. You're coming with me today. Alright, so it's me, Karlach, Astarion, and Will, who has lowered his opinion of me. By how much? By how much? It's okay. It's okay.
Let's get going.
Oh, what an odd group I'm taking to the creche with me, but it's best if I don't take Shadowheart in there.
Time to press ahead.
That blasted artifact cannot go into the creche. Okay, so back to where we came from. This is a really weird party to take along with this, and I really wish that I had the guidance for persuasion purposes, but this is way better than bringing the artifact with us. Oh.
Well,
and
hello.
Hi. Let's not forget the Longstrider, shall we? Longstrider for you. Longstrider for me. Longstrider for Karlach. And let's not forget the Longstrider for Will. I love your gestures when casting, Astarion. They're spectacular.
Still breathing, despite everything.
And I'm actually going to switch Will and Astarion in the order here. Yeah, that feels... Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to take a moment. Reclaim the Blue Jay's nest. Find the creche, find the entrance to the creche. Travel through the mountain pass. There is nothing here that leads to the mechanic that I can see. Whoop. Scrolled in too far. We're just gonna flip back. Why is it showing me the Underdark when I asked to go to the cliffs? That's weird. Okay. Reclaim the Blue Jay's nest. Why is that over there? Find the creche, find the entrance to the creche. Travel through the Underdark. No, there is definitely nothing here that points... I do question, like, what's going on here, though. Now, we don't seem to have any leads on the mechanic. I am curious about why this is pointing here, though.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Like, I worry that the mechanic was actually amongst the tieflings, and thus I have mildly doomed Karlach. I'm not going the right way. I am going the right way. Okay. Go through here. Like, how much of a time limit are we talking about when it comes to... Okay, am I still... I am not going the right way anymore. Right, this was towards the... That was towards where the harpies were. This way? Yeah, this way. What the?
That's curious. Not a chance I'll fit in there.
What am I needed?
You've still got that mask of the shapeshifter, right? Yeah. Not a halfling. There we go. We'll allow you to keep your gender identity. How's that? Squeeze your gnomish butt in there. Tiefling hideout, huh?
Best foot forward.
Wholly abandoned. This is quite extensive, actually. Fables of Faerun 3, The Enticing Elder. Empty. There were once two sisters, one a great fighter and one a great cleric, who longed for a new adventure. I shall skewer an elder brain upon my sword, cried the fighter, to the Underdark. I wish to know the secrets of the brain's powers, said the cleric. Let us be off. In the recesses of the deep, the sisters slew darklings and darrow, bugbears and bullets. The two reached an illithid colony when the 4th 10 days passed. Their quest would soon be complete. With great effort, they felled a half-dozen mind flayers and soon reached the elder brain's lair. It rose from the brine pool at the center of its chamber, flanked by illithids. The brain didn't speak aloud, but the sisters could hear it in their minds. I am called Quaz. Why have you come? I will make your powers my own, called the cleric. I will crush you and bring an end to your tyranny, said the fighter. The brain hovered in silence. A moment later, a burst of psionic energy shook the chamber, and the sisters lay dead. Good luck, Quaz replied. The illithids feasted heartily that day. I don't understand. Ooh, lemons. Off to camp. We shall not have scurvy. A shield. Thieves' stash, you say? Also empty. Chasm. You know, I bet this place was more interesting when there were tieflings in it. Although, how are tieflings getting through the tiny hole? Is there a bigger entrance somewhere? It's a very nice cave, though, I must say. Oh, even got a water source. That was a remarkably loud grunt for your size. Going round and round and round. Oh, well, that's just straight up pretty. Dang. I don't care that it's a chasm. It's just pretty. Pull switch. Sure, let's do the foolish thing. And ladder. Where does it go? Concealed hatch. Oh. Cool. Doesn't actually help me with the eagle thing, but I've gone the wrong way. Although I think
I have a lot on my mind, and well, in it.
Yeah, they've got to be directly above, which is no use to me. Or below? No, I see nothing. Nothing except extreme prettiness.
Let's be on my way.
Alright. Hi, Will. I need you to look like Will again, please. Thank you.
Is that blood? No, never mind. These boots have seen everything.
Okay, that is not going to help me with the eagle thing, since I don't have any way of getting above. So I think it might be a bit of a glitch. Pretty much the first one that I've encountered. Alright, back to the monastery. And I am seeing that it is midnight, which means I think I'm going to be confronting the Gith next stream.
Very well.
But at least I'm not going to be trying to steal any of their children, and I won't be taking the artifact in with me. Oh, I am so going to miss that guidance, though. I'm probably going to miss the Speak with Dead, too, but I think it would be more dangerous to take Shadowheart in there than to leave her behind. Even if leaving her behind has somewhat hobbled my usual style of doing things. Interesting that they don't post guards. Enchanted security. I hope there's an option to knock on the door. But that does explain why they don't bother to post guards. You know, if the door is magically locked, can you counterspell a magically locked door? Well, whatever it is, we're gonna confront the Gith at the beginning of next stream. For now, I'm going to save here. Which is remarkably like the previous save, it must be admitted. And I will come back to this next week. Dun dun dun! So, yes, I will be streaming on Sunday next week. I was just double checking on my calendar. But you know, if you have no idea what's going on or what I'm talking about, good news, all of my previous streams, including the ones that are no longer available on Twitch, are on my YouTube channel, which I've just linked to in the chat. There's a playlist there for each of the Baldur's Gate games, all of which I have been playing through, so you can find the story so far and the progression of my bleed into the character of Foxwine, which has completed itself with the Bard, which is pretty much my natural born. It's my natural born class. It's where I belong, apparently, according to most of the people who play D&D who know me. I don't know how to take that. I choose to believe that it's positive. I'm definitely not one of the horny bards, though. I just want to make that clear. And you'll see my complete lack of horniness tomorrow night when I stream again, where I'm playing Planet Zoo for Management Monday, where I have nobody to say, oh, hello to at all. Instead, I'm going to be looking after a whole bunch of animals and building a whole bunch more things. In fact, the plans include a lot more building than animals this time around. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I spend most of my time in that game building things, and boy, do I have some building things plans. And I also have some things that occurred to me in between streams of stuff that I need to do. to continue in the zoo. Some upkeep stuff that I neglected, some stuff I forgot to install in the tapir's enclosure when I built it. Oops. And some various other things like that. So it's going to be a bunch of building on stream, and hopefully installing one more animal before a spate of building a lot of things without actually putting animals into them. Because I have a lot of plans, but I need to actually lay things out and get stuff built so that I know what spaces I'm working with. So that is the plan for Planet Zoo. It is a very elaborate plan, and we'll see how much of it I actually get through on Monday night. Then I will be back again on Wednesday night at as close to 7 p.m. as we get enough people together to form a game. I'll be playing either Among Us or Scribble It or 100% Orange Juice with my friends, depending on how many people show up. Among Us is the game that we play when we have the largest possible number of participants. I don't believe it needs any explanation or description beyond that point. 100% Orange Juice is the game that we play when we have the least number of participants, because it is 4 players or less, and that is Anime Mario Party board game time. The dice hate everybody. The cards change the rules. Every character has a power that changes the rules just for them. It is chaotic madness, and we have a lot of fun with it. And if we have too many people for 100% Orange Juice, but not quite enough for Among Us, well, that's when we play Scribble It, which is a Pictionary game where one person draws, everyone else guesses what that person is drawing, and whoever has the largest number of points at the end of 3 rounds wins the game. And then, around 10:15 or 10:20 or so, when my friends must abandon me because they have day jobs that require them to be awake in the morning, yuck, I'll switch over to my solo Valheim server, where I'm going to probably scream a lot, because it's going to be boss fight time in Valheim. That's going to be a thing. I do still have a little bit of setup that I forgot to do for the boss fight against Motor, but I will be doing that setup, and then come the next dawn after the setup, well, I will be going and fighting a mountain dragon that shoots ice. It's going to be great. Hopefully I have enough fire arrows. We'll see. We'll all see. Then, on Thursday night, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Dungeon Crawler for Try Not to Die Thursday. Dungeon Crawler is a new game to me that looks like a lot of fun and was recommended to me extremely strongly as a game you should definitely stream this. You'll have a lot of fun, and so will your audience, by my partner. So, as highly recommended as that, how could I possibly say no? So I will be starting a brand new game of Dungeon Crawler and learning how to play it this upcoming Thursday. And then, next Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I shall return to Baldur's Gate 3, where we're going into the Gith Kresh. We're going into the Gith Kresh, and we are deliberately not taking the artifact and its carrier with us. We're taking a bunch of painfully honest people, which is going to be interesting, but when it comes down to it, at least we don't have the object itself, so even if Karlach or Will end up hating me at the end of this, at least we won't have handed over the artifact to them directly. Maybe. I hope. Knock on wood. So, it might not be my best plan to take Karlach and Will into this situation, but that's the hand I have chosen to deal myself, so that's the hand I'm going to deal with. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting next week. So that is the upcoming plan, my schedule for the week, all the games that I intend to play and what I intend to do in them. Though the list may be long or may be short, depending on which game it is, there's still a list, and I'm still going to try and do it. And, you know, whether or not my plans succeed, whether or not things go smoothly, I still have a lot of fun. And I've had a lot of fun tonight. And I hope that all of you have had at least as much fun as I have. And I hope that you all have a great night. Good night.